Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's episode of the Conversation Podcast, sponsored by Fastlane Express and CISO app. My name is Roberta, your host for today. University life is a moment and creation for future. While many students form meaningful relationship while on campus, the purpose for being on campus remain academics. The challenge therefore is not about whether students can date, where maximizing their educational goal. Today we are discussing balancing romantic relationship and academics on campus. And with me to discuss this topic are Bryce and Mike. Gentlemen, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, I hope you are doing well.
Yes, please. I'm doing well.
With academics, I would like to know your opinion, right?
Okay. Okay, we're balancing education relationship on campus. The university is a transitional stage where we try to build our future. And this place, we meet a lot of people and we socialize a lot. And the university too is a relationship market, I may say, because a lot of people are here. If you are a student and you are here to indulge yourself in any form of relationship, there is certain things you should um, put in place before you engage in any relationship because here we are here to study and academically stable or emotionally stable. Yourself into a relationship will have a toll effect on you. So in high school, if much in this relationship, how much vision? So everybody has to see, how you manage it.
But then you make mention of we are here to study. I don't think we all have the same reason. Some are here with the thought that yes, others are also here with the fact that I'm here to meet my future husband or wife. Others are also neutral. Anything can happen. And so you can't generalize that we are all here to study. If you can defend that.
Oh, okay. I'm not generalizing it. Just that here is an education a system. Purposely, we are here to study, not to build relationship. But relationship may come in. When it comes, you know how to manage. You have to know a strategic way where you can manage those relationships. But the most purpose here is for you to attain your degree, being it undergraduate or postgraduate. But relationship may come in. So if such relationship come in, you have to know how you plan it so that the relationship will not compete with your academics because academic is the main reason why you are at the university, not relationship. Yes.
I think we will get to the strategies. Michael, can you also tell us your opinion when it comes to campus relationship?
Thank you very much for the question. I believe relationship is of essence. At one point in time, everyone will be in some kind of relationship. So, relationship is a choice. Yes. And then before you engage in such things, you must know yourself. The first thing to consider when you know entering into a relationship is know yourself, whether you can equally do your academics with whatever relationship you want to go into. Know yourself. That is what I believe is necessary to enter into a relationship if you want to be in one on campus. Yes.
All right. Regarding emotional readiness, would you say that generally every student is emotionally strong enough to combine romantic relationship with academics, right?
Oh no, I may not say we all don't have the same emotions. It varies. Everyone is their emotion. Some may know how to manage their emotion, others may not. Maybe some may know how to handle an argument if they are in a relationship with their partner. Some to know how to communicate well with their partner, others too may not. Maybe you say something to somebody, he will react in a certain way that you say that this is just a mere thing I've said, but others too will take it like it's a normal thing. So if you are not emotionally mature, or you are emotionally mature, I'm not sure you can handle relationship if you truly understand emotional mature person. Because with emotional mature person, you have to know where to handle argument, where somebody is saying something before you give your decision about it. Yes, that's what I may say about being uh, emotionally mature in a relationship.
Okay, my dear,
Uh, yes, at some point I agree that before you enter into a new relationship, you must, as I said before, know yourself, and then in knowing yourself, you should be able to tell where your emotional maturity level is. If there are certain things, but in a relationship, there's supposed to be um there must be, what's the word, compromise. Compromises, you must compromise. I was having a conversation with someone earlier. The person said she doesn't know how to please. So when you are in a relationship with someone, you can't fully do whatever you want. You have to consider the other partner's emotions, the other partner's consent. So you just can't do anything, and that comes with maturity emotionally. Some, mind you, we are coming from different backgrounds. So there's maybe a party may like this particular thing, but you don't like it. And it's not that it's bad, maybe it is good, but you are not a fan of such a thing. Then what do? You have to meet the person halfway. Likewise, the other person doesn't. I want to use male and female. So if I personally don't like something and my partner likes it, and it's not that it's affecting my academics, I can meet the person halfway to make each other happy. When there is something I don't like and she likes, she will have to. I like and she doesn't like. She will have to meet me halfway somewhere. So I think having emotional maturity is very key in every relationship. Else it won't last.
you talk about the fact that based on your background, that we are come from different places. Would you say that in choosing your partner or in proposing to your partner, you consider the background of your partner before you that?
I think it's very important considering the background of your partner, because starting a relationship doesn't just start from hello, I like, let's be in a relationship. You need to build some level of friendship, and in the process of building that friendship, you get to know more or something about the person you intend being in the relationship with. So by doing that, you get to know some parts of that person's background. You get to know uh, the likes and dislikes, and whether it works for you. Because in getting to know a person, you realize things, or you notice things she or he likes, and whether it agrees with you or not. That is where you make your decision. You don't just make your decision in going to that relationship. You first build friendship, and in the process of building that, when you see things that doesn't go well with you, doesn't sit well with you, you balance it. If it's not balanced, if one is higher than the other, if the positive is higher, you know what to do. If the negative is higher, you know what to do. So I think that's it.
Right. Michael spoke about the fact that relationships start from building friendship. We have friendships, some friendships that are not necessarily relationship based, just a normal friendship. So would you also say that relationship actually start from friendship?
Yes, please, it does. Because we all on campus, we normally meet for lectures, group studies, club association, or even fellowship together. So through these activities, we can befriend ourselves. So through this friendship, you can understand your friend, maybe what he likes, what she doesn't like, or what he also likes, he doesn't like. You can even understand your friend, maybe the background she's coming from, as he said. Maybe there could be cultural background where you understand your friend that, oh, they did so this in their culture, this is what they have been doing. It's different from mine. So with this friendship, you can understand your friend very well. And if you understand each other, it's a go-to way for you people fall in the relationship, because some people too, they don't like falling in love with their friends, because some may say they just want to be friends, not leading to anything romantic relationship. So understanding your friend too matters in relationship. With that, you understand each other very well, how your each other communicates, how each other manage your time, how the two of you have been going out and doing stuff together. With that one, when you understand yourself, it's like you being friends, so you know each other's don't and dislike. So you coming together in a relationship, I think it can work best for you. But if you don't start with friendship, I'm not sure you understand each other. With that one, it can even affect you people because you don't understand each other. Maybe someone will do something which will affect the other person.
Okay, so based on what you just said, what you two just said, what of those who falls in love at first sight? Just meet someone and say, I like you and I want you to be my girlfriend, and that's all. It's not a guy saying that.
Oh,
What do you say to that?
to me, I see it to be a last.
Mm,
Yes, because you can see someone physique, you may admire the person, oh, you are beautiful, you are handsome. But to go to extent of saying, oh, you are very nice and I want to have something with you at that moment, I've seen it to be a last, not maybe just want to have something doing with a person. That's why you are saying it. Yeah, that's my understanding.
fine. Do you also see it as a last?
Yes and no. I think guys may naturally admire a lady, but not necessarily want to be in a relationship with the lady. You know, there are so many beautiful girls around wherever you pass. That doesn't mean that anytime you see one more beautiful than the you are with, you jump in and go for that person. Sometimes you just admire beauty, you know, you admire God's creation. So I feel the last is there. You know, sometimes you see this person and you just want to, there's a word we say smash and pass. And there are times that you want that person for, you know, for yourself to keep the person. But with all that, I think it is character that keeps. There are people who go with the intention of just, you know, doing their thing and then going. But at the long run, they stay. And there are people who also just do and then move on. And that is life. But then
It is up to the lady, I believe. A guy cannot just come to you today, I like you, and then I want to be in a relationship with you, like you said, then you two you just accept. You make us feel like, you are cheap, so to speak. I'm not saying anyone is cheap, but then when I come to you and then in just few seconds you agree and then we are going, you and the, excuse me to say, the prostitutes are not different, because with them, so I feel like the lady herself, in a normal circumstance, will just accept your proposal the few seconds he or she has met you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We are students and we are in academic session. Therefore,
If you decide to be in
these
a
are
relationship, then it means
if you late
there is
means that we
place there or other lectures,
a relation
assignments, exams comes in or clash with relationship.
month
Right. This to
at the person
take the
Okay, I may say the academic have to take should be your topmost priority, because we are here to learn. So if you are here to learn, you have to have time for yourself. You have to schedule, you have to understand your timetable and your academic calendar. Because if you understand this academic calendar, you can now schedule a day or weeks for your personal life. Because if your personal life is competing with your academics, then there is a serious distraction ahead of you. Because You should know where to attend lectures, where to do your assignments, and where to write your exam, rather than visiting your partner. Maybe you have a quiz on Saturday. You have a quiz on Saturday, Friday evening night, Friday, that's weekend, you are going out for a sleepover, which is not advisable. You should know that you have a quiz on Saturday, which you have to study. Tell your partner, I have a quiz. If you are telling him you have a quiz and you can't come, it's not you being disrespectful. It's about setting boundary for academics. But if you allow your personal life to compete with your academics there, I'm very sure that it will have effect on your grade. So it's just about planning and time management. You should know where you should meet your partner, especially when you are in a different department. You should compare each other's timetable so that you know today I have lectures, today I have quiz to attend to, today I have assignment to do. And these days too, I don't have it. So we can meet so and so day. But if you didn't do all these things and you have been meeting him every day or you have been meeting her every day, it's going to affect you. So it's all about managing your time, where you should do your you should attend to academics rather than visiting your partner or even going out. These are the things you should put in place before your personal life will not be challenging with your academics.
Okay, you spoke about time. So I would like to find out from Michael, when it comes to time management system, what do you think are the practical system that a student or student should put in place so that their study time will not conflict with their or their relationship conflict with their study time? What should be the practical example of system that should be put in place as students?
Practical example.
Mm.
I think we are all here to study. The academics is the primary goal. So you coming in the first place, you know what you are, you know the end product, what you are coming for at the end of your study, and that you need to put things in place to achieve whatever you want to achieve, whether it's first class or pass. So in doing that, the first thing, I think he made mention of your timetable, knowing your timetable, knowing certain structures in place, as in when to play, when to learn, when to have fun, when to have girls' time, boys' time, when to be in even a relationship, like when to have something to do with your partner. But then I also believe that in this technological space we are in, you don't necessarily have to see your partner all the time to take up your academic time. So the little text won't kill your academics. So by doing all this, you can still, communication is key. Doesn't mean that because of your academics, you ignore your partner the whole day. And then in the night, you might probably be even tired and sleep. Then it goes to the next day. It means that there is no effective communication. So eventually the thing will die because there is no communication. And, but if there is effective communication, you can still go about your daily activities, your timetable, personal timetable. You know what and what you are doing at this particular time. Although it should be flexible, you cannot follow your timetable strictly. I believe nobody has followed this or a timetable like it is on your paper. There is some flexibility in it. Yes. There is no day that we don't take our phones to text or even check something. Texting will not take a minute or two. So I don't think that has something to do with our relationship. You can balance the two, not necessarily meeting all the time. Yes.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to remind you that this is the podcast, the Conversation Podcast, and it's sponsored by Fastlane Express and CISO app. Coming back to you, Bright. In this is relationship and this is academic. We would like to have some boundaries. What are the boundaries that should be set in order to keep your academics still moving forward?
Okay, with the boundaries, you have to set boundaries. because if you don't set boundaries, you spend much of your time chatting with your instead of studying at night. You will spend most of your time being at your partner's place doing other stuff instead of studying. So when, especially examination week or maybe midterm, you should know that those period is for academics. So you should set boundary that this week is examination or this week's are examination period. So you should tell your partner that we are in examination week. So there should be cut off phone calls, unnecessary outing, and even maybe chatting, so that that time you can use it to study together. Some couples normally study together, which help them and it works out. Others too, they ended up chatting without studying. So if you know studying together can help you, so during this examination period, you can study instead of making unnecessary phone calls or even chatting or going out. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Michael, now when it comes to academics, as a student, when you are performing, you know you are performing. When you are declining, you know you are declining. And so, at what point in time should you realize that your relationship is draining your academic excellency?
Um, I don't think, I believe that there are so many things that can contribute to your to the declining of your academics, not necessarily relationship. There are people in good relationships, healthy ones, and there are people also in a toxic one. So with that, I think you have to know what is affecting, and if it is relationship, then you have to set boundaries. You need to do things to awaken your academic, status. If not relationship, then you know what to do. If it is other stuff, yes, that's what I think.
So
All right.
with what he has said, you could even assess yourself. Maybe the time you are not in a relationship, if you compare that to the current, if you compare those maybe your grade to the current one that you are in a relationship, you should compare them and say, oh, when I've been single, I excel well in this topic, but now that I'm in a relationship, I'm not doing. Or you can even assess yourself that when I've been single, I hardly study, but now that I'm in a relationship, my partner helped me to study, so my grade has improved or excel well in that. You can easily use that one, assess yourself. That one, check whether your relationship is sinking or your grade are sinking or your grade is going up or your relationship is going down, whichever way you can assess it. But if you during this assessment you realize that when I'm single, I normally study well. I have time for myself. I do my work, my assignments, my quizzes, my exams, and I've been doing well. Now that I'm in a relationship, I don't have time for my academics. You should know that it's because of the relationship that's distracting you. So you should know how to balance it very well. With the balancing, people think having the same time for academics and relationship, but it's not so. Your academic time should be more than the relationship, because that's the main reason why you are here. You are here for the certificate. And I'm very sure that that certificate will even last longer than the relationship you are in your campus now. Yes.
All right. All right. Okay. There is a point where you enter into a relationship freshly or newly, and there comes this moment of awkwardness where there's nothing to say. Maybe the lady has come to visit you. You don't have, you've talked, you've exhausted whatever you want to say, and you don't have anything to say anymore. What do you do to break the silence? Do you just tell her to leave, or you do something? Tell us what you do.
Oh, with that, you can even, well, you can break the silence saying, oh, since we don't have anything meaningful, excuse me to say meaningful to say, we can call it a day.
All right.
Because maybe we have spent more than 5 hours talking and now we've exhausted the time. So we can call it a day and look for other things to do. It could be that you have something to do. It could be you have group meeting to go and attend to, but you are there talking. So if you don't have anything to do, you should maybe sit down to, it will come into your mind that, oh, you record that, oh, I have something doing. So please, can I go, or let's call it a day so that the other time when we meet, we can continue from wherever we stopped. Yes.
Okay,
You can use
Michael.
that one to break the silence.
Okay, Michael, you also call it a day like that.
No, I think that would be rude to
Okay.
just cut things and be like, I
Okay.
have this to
Tell us
plan.
more.
But I also don't believe in talking plenty. That 5 hours talking for what? What exactly are you achieving in that 5 hours talking? While
Okay.
you have several days to talk. So as I mentioned earlier, that there are technological tools to our advantage these days that we can do petty talks. You can't talk all the time, but that doesn't mean there shouldn't be communication. Nowadays, for example, you are going to class, maybe you text your partner, or I'm going to class, I'll be done by this time. You do whatever you are doing. Something interesting happens within the day. You text it to him or her, you talk about it. Few seconds, you are off, you are doing something, unnecessarily sit down, talking plenty. That will achieve you nothing. And then also, you mentioned if you were together in one place. There are so many fun things to do aside talking plenty. You can do something, play game on your phone, on your laptop, watch a movie, do something. Not necessarily talking. Talking is just one way of communication. There are several other ways of communication. Thank you.
Okay. Coming back to you now, would you say that, or should your girlfriend's expenses be covered by you? But most ladies says that he's my boyfriend, so he should spend his money on me. Should her expenses be covered by you, or you share it? She pays half, you pay half. What is it? Tell us.
Okay, thank you. We are students, first of all.
Okay.
We are here to study. Some may have guardians who support them financially. Some may also have their own personal money. But then I don't believe in, giving her everything. But I also don't believe in not giving her anything. What am I saying? You can be spontaneous. Give her something when you have, not more than you have. Then you must first make her understand your pockets. This is my status. I cannot maybe buy you this kind of wig that costs X amount, but then I do this for you. So the lady must also be understanding to know that you are not her father, because you're not married to her. You are only the duty or the responsibility is only transferred to you, the man, when you are getting married to her. And we all see that in weddings, when the father hands over the daughter to the man. It means that he's transferring all the burdens that on him for so many years. He's finally transferring it to the one getting married to this person. So while I'm not married to you, what is even the probability that your parents know me? But I'm spending more than I've even spent on my sister or my whatever. If you have the money, fine, do it. But don't come. And I also believe that is why people get heartbreak, because you invest so much, the guy invests plenty money, then you come and tell him that's all, we are done. The girl invests her time, comes to sit in your room, wash for you, cook for you, and all those things. Playing a wife role when she's not a wife, playing a husband role when he's not a husband. So that is where the heartbreak comes in. You feel the pain, you've wasted investment. So I think that, it's important to give, but give within your limits. Don't overgive and don't undergive. Be spontaneous.
Okay. Don't
Thank you.
overgive and don't undergive. All right, right. Michael made a statement that you shouldn't do more than you can, or you should let the lady know your pocket. I want to ask, if you don't have the money, why should you go in for it? Or should you go in for it when you know you don't have the money and tell the lady that, well, this is my pocket, but I just like you, that the lady will be with you like that?
Okay, to me, it's all about understanding each other's status. And doing this, you can do this by evaluating the value of the relationship. Is it a long-term relationship or is it a short period? Help me to finish my course and thing. With this, you will know that, oh, if it is a long-time relationship and understanding each other's status, there are certain things he can do for you or she can do for you. If you know that that's what this person can do for him, then know that this is what the person can do for you. Don't expect more from the person whilst you know the person cannot go extra mile to get this thing for you. So it's about understanding each other's financial status. And by doing this too, now people have, I don't know how to say it, have, should I say, assume this relationship to be a transactional something. When you give, you spend more on a girl, the guy to expect the girl to lay in bed with him or something, which shouldn't be so. So if you understand yourself, say, oh, this is what I can do for you. Maybe it could be gifts. You can gift your partner. Gift is something natural. We all give people who are not even our partners. So it could be gift or maybe a small money to buy certain things. But it shouldn't be like, oh, babe, I want this. If you don't get this for me, we are breaking. It shouldn't be so. If you are doing that, you are putting pressure on the person, which is going to distract the person from other things you have to have more concentration on. So it's about understanding each other's status and the value of the relationship before you give in and give out.
With all said and done, what do you consider before proposing to a lady? Do you just see the person's physique and you like the lady, or you see some traits and you think this moves with me? What do you consider?
Oh, as they say, physics matters to some people. It also matters because if you first see somebody, that's where you'll be intrigued about how the person looks.
Okay.
So physics counts. Then after the physics, I think when you get to know the person, the character to come in. How the person behave and the manner in which the person behave, his value and morality. If they align with you, I think it's also good. And people now financial status is also part of relationship now because someone would say, how do you even say it? Oh, I've forgotten this thing in tree. They will say that, oh, you'll come back. Some may say, Odoye the chance sika, but it's not the case. You can't use love to buy food or something. It's money that you need to buy food. So before you propose to someone, I think the financial status will also count because definitely you need money. We all that have said, if you consider it, you can propose to somebody. If the person understands you too, maybe the person to have his own criteria. Maybe he also have what he's looking in a man or a woman before he proposed to you. If all these things met, you can propose to the person, and if it works out, fine. If it doesn't, we take it like that.
Okay. Mike, I guess you have something saying. You can add up.
In proposing to someone you like,
Yeah.
he mentioned that physics are one of the things, and it's very important. Some people, I see some of these posts, they are like, I can't marry a chimpanzee or something. I want my children to look nice and all that. So physics are also part, and I also think personality is one of the important things to consider in asking a lady out. That is why I earlier on mentioned friendship. During that process, her personality, what she is like and what she is not like. So that will determine whether you like what you've noticed about her or you've seen about her so far. That will encourage you to the next step. So physics, personality, and I also think that you mentioned money. So the finance parts that we spoke about earlier. I don't think any you don't have money, but you want to go for a lady who is wearing wig that can feed you for at least a month. You cannot. You have to know your level. That is why sometimes we see some of these movies. You see that this person and this person were broke together, and then the man gets money. He's finding, now he's with another sophisticated lady. So I think first of all, you must build ourselves. Build yourself up. Look the path you want. Then you can propose. And then this society is full of so many things. So engage yourself and explore. Thank you.
All right. All right. So today's episode was brought to you or was sponsored by Fastlane Express and CISO Art. Remember, this session is to educate you. So as you are taking the fun aspects, don't forget to take the educative aspect too. At this point, we would like to have some questions from our audience. Audience, with your question.
Okay, my question is in twofold. One is
We can't hear
a
her.
contribution to what the middle guy said. Yeah, and Mike also answered to him. And yes, I want to add something small to what Mike said. So he said um, men give, if I'm right, and they expect ladies to come to their house, do a lot of things. And now this Gen Z has become in a way, the understanding has come clearly that men only spend when it has become reciprocal. So they spend to receive something. So if a guy is spending on you and you don't also do something, go to his house, wash, cook, or those things, they sometimes see you like you are not serious, or you are not a wife material, that kind of thing. So that's how this thing has become. And my main question is, please, I want to know, long distance relationship, how will it affect your studies? If you're on campus and the guy is not on campus, outside somewhere, yeah, how would that affect your studies? Thank you.
Okay, her question. Her question.
Long distance
Should I
relationship.
So I
answer
handle
now?
the long distance.
Should I answer? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Should I talk? Okay, so with a long distance relationship, I personally believe that there must be trust. For you to be in a relationship, you must first trust the person, don't you? So far as you trust the person to be in that long distance relationship, you must hold on to the trust. And also discipline. There are
So many people,
so many, a lady, a fine lady on campus. Guys also have eyes. They see you. It's not only your boyfriend or whoever you are with that sees you as you are, and they will also come. So it's up to you, the person, to know that you are committed to someone else. So you have to stay clear to whoever comes to you that, oh, I am this, so I want to focus on whatever I am in. And thirdly, we have technology on our side. We text all the time, video chat and all that. So all that strengthens the relationship. Communication is very key. So when you are even distant and there's communication, it keeps it alive. But when you are distant and there's no communication, I text you today, you respond the next day, you give us. Pardon?
So
Okay,
How will it affect your studies? I don't think it affects your studies. How are you trying to?
so let me come in. How it
No, I
affects
want
your
to
studies?
I want to arrive at a point. So
Okay.
yes, in a way. So I don't think that should be
Okay.
okay. So I think that it will not affect your studies because the person is not even close to you, and the only means of communication is your phone or something. So it means that even gives you more time to focus on your books and all that. The person will not come to your place and distract you. Neither will you go to that person's place. From my perspective, that's what I think, that the long distance is even better. It helps. It helps you focus more on your studies.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let,
But
let
he
me
has
let me
something to
chip
say.
in small. So how it's going to affect you is maybe a day before, let's say tomorrow you have a presentation to do, but now your partner's your time and you not communicate through phone. So doing so, you spend much of your time communicating with your partner on the phone rather than reading your slides for the presentation. And in doing so, that call may take some of your time, maybe 2 hours of your time. And after making that call, you feel exhausted not to read your slides for presentation. And the next day, it's going to affect you because you spend much of your time making phone call or video call with your partner instead of reading the slides. And it also affects you when there's mistrust because you're on campus far away. If he calls you and you say, "Oh, I'm busy. I have lectures." Every day you are busy. You have lectures. You don't attend to him. It's affecting the relationship. It's also affecting you because you be like, every day when I'm busy, that's where you call for us to talk. So this also affects your studies on campus whilst your partner is away from you.
Is she okay? Are you okay? Charlie.
Okay, so mine is a contribution. Ryan said how the first sight is last. And he also said a girl accepting a boy's proposal the very first day as you call the girl cheap.
Yeah.
Yes, he said the girl is cheap. Okay, so if the person is a spiritual person, yes, and the person knows that his or her love story is God is the author of the love story. The person has been praying about the marriage life. It's possible the person sees the one made for him or her the very first day and fall in love with the person without even having a long chat with the person. That is if you are a spiritual person. So not all girls are cheap. You can't call all girls cheap because she accepted a guy's proposal the very first day. You can't. The person's spiritual level. So
Okay.
why should I wait? Sometimes you would know, you prayed about it and you know that, oh, this person is meant for me. That's already shown a person to you. So I met you the very first day you proposed to me. I know you are my husband to be. Why would I accept it? I know it. So yes, that's it.
Yo.
I know it.
That's so. Okay. Okay. Right off. All right. Thank you for your contribution, but I also beg to differ. You know, you spoke about spirituality, and the question she asked was, should you meet someone for the first time and approach the person and ask her out? I don't think if I come to you straight right now that I like you and I want to be in a relationship with you, you accept. You first want to know who I am, So someone can come to you. The best you can do is what? Give me your number or something. Then you start from there. I can't just come to you today. I want your number. I want this and that, and then you accept. Trust me, boys don't like that. As in, if you make the work easy for us, and if you make the work easy for us, you'll be treated like that. If you make the work easy for us, I'm talking from, let me say, a personal experience and then from someone else's perspective. If I should, for instance, come to you and then tell you all this in a day, and then the next day,
Okay, the next day is another.
okay, maybe you've thought of it, but like this same day, I just tell you I like you and this, and you accept. Okay, I also like you and this. But I just met you. You might like my personality, my charisma, how I came about everything. That doesn't mean that you are into me to be in a relationship. But the context in which she asked the question was to ask someone out on the first day you just met the person accepts to be your girlfriend or something like that. I don't think naturally someone will do that. I don't know if it's you. Even if you are spiritual, then if you are spiritual, you even say you want to go and pray about it. So I don't think, or you've seen your boyfriend in your eyes, your dream that this person is coming to say he wants to marry me and I'll accept automatically. Okay, it's possible, but still you have to know the person. You don't know the person and then you accept marry the person. Then later you say that if it's a prophet who told you, later you put the blame on the prophet. So I think that, now I'm not saying that all ladies are cheap. Let me dispute that too. I didn't say all ladies are cheap. I was driving at somewhere, I was driving at a point. So I didn't say all ladies are cheap. I only stated a scenario that I can't just come to you in the. I don't think we'll answer that question. Would you accept if I just come to you and ask you out to be my girlfriend? First day I just met you. Today is my first time seeing you actually. So would you accept to be my girlfriend if I should come to you and ask right now?
and I was very specific because
I'm assuming you're a spiritual person. I'm coming straight.
so it has happened before, and I have an example. A pastor of ours, he's a counselor, and then he met the wife. The wife even proposed because he has already seen the wife in a dream. You get it? So, as I said, it depends on the level of your spirituality.
Okay.
Yes, so I was very specific about that.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So I think we are in the physical now. So let's be in the physical space for now. Thank you very much.
So, in relation to what Ali said, he was saying that any lady that accepts proposal on the very first day is like cheap. What if like you have a crush on the person already? Because he says that he was saying that the relationship should begin as friendship, and then also maybe as friendship, and you have normalized males proposing first. So if let's say I'm a video and I'm having a crush on somebody, and I am waiting for him to like make his first shot, and
Oh,
then
they are on me.
the day he makes it, I'm like, oh, I'm also having a crush on you already. So like, yeah, I'm just it's not making me okay.
Okay.
No, there's a crash.
All right. Thank you for that question. I think I have to refrain from saying the cheap word, you know. But then I didn't mean to say it in a bad way. I was only trying to say that, you know, in a natural sense, no one will approach you the first day and you accept just like that. But with what you are saying, it means that the person has been friends with whoever proposed to him or her in the first place, right? Been friends already. So it's like they've been building something without they knowing. Or they could have a
I'm sure you have a crush. So your crush comes around and
I'm sure you comes to you know tell he or he is into you, you accept. That is fine. That doesn't qualify you to be a cheap girl. I'm not saying you are cheap. I think let me refrain from saying that word. You are not cheap. It's just that it is weird. I think it's weird for you to accept you know, a proposal on the first day. To me, it's a personal, you know, perspective. I don't think, you know, and to me personally, I just come to you, seeing you for the first time. Maybe I've seen you a couple of times, you know, then I move to you. But then, I'm not sure I'll just go straight to the point that I want to be your girlfriend, your boyfriend. So I think it's a process. Relationship is a process. Take your time and go through the process. If you skip a process, you have to come back. You know, it's like a stairs. That is what I believe. You know, it's step by step. Thank you.
Any more questions?
It should come to you. If you leave me alone.
If my question is it necessary to build when you're in a relationship with somebody? Because it's like in today's world, talking about only building of about money. But in my opinion, I think it's not necessary because that's what causes the heartbreak. So if you build your partner and you are coming to break up, it's very painful, or it's more painful than not doing it at all. And you guys just live at your own pace. Thank you very much.
Who answer? Me.
Is this a question or?
It's for me. Okay, thank you. So, billing. My friend said something about transaction. You know, when naturally, you know, when you are paying for something and not seeing results, you get annoyed, don't you? When you order for something and you don't get the thing on time, you get vexed, you are angry, right? So let's look at this. Let's look at this perspective. You, the lady giving the boy money all the time, cooking for him every time, and he's not doing anything to support you. To you feel it, won't you feel it? And you will insult, you know, with a little when you help a guy with something small, you can hold that thing with on the guy for some number of times. But then, as we are talking about transaction now, if the guy keeps giving you something and you are not doing anything in return, it becomes one-sided. So automatically the guy's mind becomes like, I'm doing all this for you. What do I gain in return? Now the world is, transactional. Everything is transactional these days. So I think dealing, as I mentioned before, is investment. I give you something, I'm investing in your life, and you are not doing anything to me, or you're also investing in my life. You spoke about heartbreak. So I invest in you, you invest in me, then you come and break up. Investment's not shit. You know, I've paid this and that and that. You've done this. So you see it as a waste of time. You come and wash at my place. You come and cook. Sometimes spend the night. You do whatever you think people do. Sometimes you even miss lectures. There are people who miss lectures for whatever reasons we don't know, and it's up to them. There are people who even cohabitate, and that makes it even sometimes very difficult. But then, in all, that's why I said that you shouldn't overdo or underdo. Being in a relationship shouldn't be dull. Do something spontaneous. Give her something. Tomorrow is Valentine. If you have a boyfriend, find something. Don't buy boxer pants for them. They have money to buy that. Buy something nice. Be spontaneous. That doesn't mean you should go and find huge money and buy this. Little things. Men appreciate the little things. I think you ladies too do. The little things. You don't have to do too much to impress someone. That's what I think. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, relationship or romantic relationship on campus in its own, it's not a harmful thing. But then it requires intentional balance. Academics or education is a long-term investment, and relationships should complement that, not compete with that. So ultimately, love should support destiny and not to sabotage it. At this point, this is why we bring today's episode to an end, and we are sponsored by Fastlane Express and CISO App. Don't forget as well to subscribe to our channels, YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn at their Conversation Podcast. In case you want any delivery in form of you buying something and you want it to be delivered onto you, want your gas to be filled onto you, anything in line with delivery, don't hesitate to contact Fastlane Express on this line 0593 001409. That's for Fastlane. And if you want anything juicy, anything fruit juice, anything juicy, anything fruit, anything drinkable, you can also contact CISO at on 054 for your anything fruit juicy. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see you in our next episode. Don't forget, my name is Roberta, and this is the Conversation Podcast.
Adekat, you didn't ask for our final remarks.